Greetings, greetings. Here is our Afterburner quad that is bind and fly from iFlight. Comes in this nice box made by 2Raw, sold by iFlight. I opted to get the crossfire function here. So that is my control link. This is an 03, as you can see here. I haven't even taken off the cover yet. But first, we are going to set it up. So first of all, I had to register the 03 air unit, which is really hard to see here. Kind of all tucked back there. You can see back there. And iFlight has a ingenious little kind of remote way of accessing the 03, and it is through this little board here, and it's got the wires going back in there, and then you can plug into the 03 air unit. It is tricky to put a SD card back there, but you can with some finessing and tweezers, and then but you're not really expected to get to it a lot because it's hard to get to. So you just access the memory and or the SD card by this little plug-in, which made it easy to plug in there. No problem. And then we've got our flight controller stack, accessibility here. And of course we've got our 03 camera up here. And then we have our motors. So I plug it into Betaflight here, set up my controller to ARM, and make sure that also I had to kind of find out where the bind button was on this Nano TBS Crossfire here, which is kind of also hard to get to. Well, what I did is I unscrewed these two screws right here, and then I was able to move the plastic installation of these two standoffs here, and then I was able to move the Nano out in order to be able to press the bind button, and then able to bind it to my T16S controller. And then that wasn't very hard. It was okay. Once you've done it, you don't need to do it again. So I installed the antenna here, and also confirmed that based on the earlier pictures you see, does tell you the rotations of the motor, which you can change in Betaflight should you desire. But I do reverse props anyway, so I left them as they were. And now what we have here is we have the props that come with it. Two GEMFAN props. This is their number, 5136s. Excited to find out how they operate. All right, and then based on the rotations of the motors, we will now place the props in their proper orientation based on reverse props. And that's how I run all my build, is reverse props. All right, there we go. Now I do notice that I will see the props in view, but that is a true X design, so that is just what's going to happen. Furthermore, we'll probably put a GoPro or some action camera up here should we desire. I have other quads that are more suited for that don't have props in view. This, however, looks like it's just going to be a really fun quad. This is going to take my batteries on their toilet tank mount. This is like the design here. much like Chris Ross's frame, but instead made by 2RAW. And we're going to see how it goes in our next flight as soon as the weather clears up. Okay.